Good morning, friends. I, Dr. Devesh Bandil, Associate Professor, Suresh Gyan, Vihar University, accredited by NAC A grade. Today, I will discuss about flowchart. Flowchart is a main important technique when you will write the program. Always, student should draw the flowchart before make the program of any problem. Flowchart through the flowchart you should know about how your data will flow. That is the main objective of your flowchart. Here I am presenting my screen. I hope you can see my screen. So in this lecture I will discuss about the flowchart. I will discuss about object and outcome of your flowchart. In this lecture I will discuss about what is flowchart, what are the flowchart symbols, when to draw the flowchart, and also I will discuss about the some examples of your flowchart. And after finish these all topics, I will discuss about the some questions which are related from this lecture. You know, draw the flowchart is the main compulsory, because if you will draw the flowchart, so through the flowchart you should aware about the all concepts of your programs. You should know about the how your data will flow. And if you don't know about the flow of data, so without flowchart, if you will write the program, obviously you will face the problem. There is a fundamental truth, there is a sequence. When you want to make a program of any problem, when you want to solve the any problem, so first of all, through the program, first of all, you will draw the flowchart, because through the flowchart you should know about the flow of your data. And in your second step, you will draw the algorithm, and in your third step of your program. But nowadays, student will direct make the program as per your fundamental truth. First of all, student should draw the flow chart. After that, student will write the algorithm. After that, student will make the program. Okay, and now that's why in this lecture I will discuss about the flowchart, flowchart symbols, how to draw your flowchart, when you will draw the flowchart, what will happen, and I will take the some examples of your flowchart. If we will talk about the object and outcome of your flowchart, object of flowchart is that student understand the concept of your flowchart, why flowchart is necessary. And if we will talk about the outcome of your flowchart, out outcome of this lecture, student should know about the how to draw the flowchart. you know flowchart and algorithm, these are the main important topics of your data structure and algorithm. Okay, because if you student know about the flowchart and your student will know about the algorithm, student after the flowchart and your algorithm, student will write the program without any problem, because all concepts, all flow of data is clear in your flowchart and your data. Okay, and if you student will not draw the flowchart and will not write the algorithm, and without algorithm and without flowchart, if a student will write the program, student will make the program. So that time student don't know about the what is the flow of your data, what are the instructions which a student will follow for make the program. That's why your flowchart and algorithm is the compulsory. First of all, I am giving overview of flowchart. You know, flowchart is a graphical representation of your steps. You know, when you will draw the flowchart, so you will draw the all steps in your graphical way. That's why I had told your flowchart is a simply graphical representation of steps. It shows steps in your sequential order and is widely used in presenting the flow of your algorithms. You know, when I had discussed about the algorithm in my previous lecture, algorithm is also the when you will write the all instructions step by step for achieve the target, for achieve the solution of your problem. In the same way, your flowchart is a graphically representation of steps, and it show the steps in your sequentially order as per like your algorithm. You know, in your algorithm, when you will write the algorithm, in your algorithm, your all instructions should be in your sequential order. If your all instructions are not in your sequentially order, so maybe you will gain you will gain the output, wrong output. You will produce the wrong output. You will produce the not desired output. Okay, that's why as per your algorithm, your flowchart is a graphical representation of your step, and it show the all steps in your sequentially order, and is widely used in the presenting of flow of algorithms. Through the flowchart, you can say that these are the flow of your algorithm, instructions of your algorithms, workflow or your process. Flowchart show the step as boxes as the various kinds. Means flowchart will use the several symbols and their order to connecting them with arrow. Okay, so that is the overview of your flowchart, and now I will discuss about the flowchart. You can see in this given diagram, there is a diagram of any problem, and here I want to mention only these are the symbols, and through these symbols, you will draw the flowchart. Symbols like your rectangle, like your ellipse, like your diamond. So, with the help of your these symbols, you will draw the flowchart. So, this is the one of the example of your flowchart. And now I will discuss about the what is flowchart. You know, as per I had told, your flowchart is the graphical representation of your steps. You know, when you will solve the problem, when you will write the algorithm for any problem, so you will write the algorithm in your sequentially way. So in your algorithm, you will write the only instructions. You will write the only statements. And in your flowchart, your instructions, your statements are represented in your graphical way. This is the difference flowchart and your algorithm. In your algorithm, you will write the only instructions in your text. Okay. And if you will draw the flowchart, your in your flowchart, your all instructions which you want to write in your algorithm, just you will show the all instructions in your graphical way, in your graphical representation. That's why I had told a flowchart is a graphical representation of your steps. It was organized from computer science as a tool for representing the algorithm and your programming logic, but had extend to use in all other kinds of your processes. The main purpose of your flowchart is the graphical representation of your algorithm and your programming logic, but we have to extend it to use the all other kinds of your processes. And your flowchart is your tool. Through this tool, you will show the all instructions of your algorithm in your graphically way, in your graphically representation. Flowchart play the extremely important role in displaying information and assisting reasoning. They help us visualize complex process or make explicit the structure of your problems. Through the flowchart, you can understand about the flow of your data. You can understand about your all process. Also, you can say that visualize the all process of your program, of your problem, of make explicit the structure of the problem and task. Flowchart can also be used to define a process or project to be implemented. The key point about your flowchart is the only graphical representation of steps which you want to write the algorithm. In your algorithm, you will write the all instructions in your step by step. And if we will talk about the flowchart, so in your flowchart, only your all instructions which are in your sequentially way, only you will just show your all instructions in your graphically way. That is your flowchart. And through the flowchart, you can say that this is the whole over process for solving the problem, and your process will start from start to end. Okay. And now I will discuss about flowchart symbols. I hope you can see my screen. There are so many symbols of your flowchart. First is your terminator. Terminator is the one symbol of your flowchart. I had also already told about the flowchart symbols. So when you will draw the flowchart, your all symbols will be used. In the symbols, in your one symbol, you will write the process. In your one symbol, you will write the decision. In your one symbol, you will write the output. So here, terminator is the one of the symbol of your flowchart. You know, the terminator symbol representing the starting or ending point of your program, ending point of your system. Okay, your terminator will available in all algorithms. Sorry, in your all flowchart, because through the flowchart, through the terminator, you will start, and through the terminator, you will end. Means through the terminator, your flowchart will start, and through the terminator, your flowchart will end. Here I had mentioned image of your terminator. This is your terminator. Always you will start in this terminator, and always you will write the end in this terminator. Without the terminator symbol, your flowchart will not start and your flowchart will not end. That's why your terminator is the main symbol of your flowchart, because through this symbol you will start the flowchart, and through this symbol you will end the flowchart. And next symbol is that process. You know, your process is represented in your rectangular box. Okay, a box. Here I'm not telling about a rectangular or or your square. Only I will say the symbol of your process is that your box. Your box indicates some particular operations. Means when you will write the program, when you will solve the any problem. So through for the problem, you will make a flowchart, you will make the algorithm, you will make the program. So in your program, in your algorithm, some operations will be used, and your all operation you will write in this box. Means your box indicates some particular operations. Like if I am taking a problem, like I want to add the two variable. Okay, and when I have add the two variable, so I will assign the addition of your value in your third variable. Okay, so that time your operation may be C assignment operator A plus B. So that is your operation, because in this operation your addition of value will assign into your third variable. Okay, so that's why I had told in your box you will mention the operation. And your document is the one symbol of your flowchart. You know, your document, this represent a printout, such as a document of a or a report. So in your document, you will represent the printout. Okay, such as a document. Suppose you have a report, suppose you have a document. So always you will mention the document and your report in this symbol, as per I had mentioned with you. And now a decision. Decision is the one most symbol of your flowchart. You know, A diamond decision means your diamond shape. A diamond representation, a decision or your branching point. When you will solve the problem, suppose your one statement in your algorithm, if Mohan will come, then Shyam will go. Means Mohan will go is depend on your Shyam. If your Shyam is come, then Mohan will go. Okay. So here you will take the decision. Okay. So your decision will always represent in your diamond shape. Lines coming out from the diamond indicate different possible situations leading to different sub-processes. So in your decision, in your diamond shape, you will always represent the decision. You will always use for the decision. And next is your data. It represents information entering or leaving the system. An input might be an order from the customer. Output can be product to be delivered. So your data, your this symbol is represent information entering or leaving the system. And your on page reference. This symbol will contain a letter inside. It indicates that the flow continue on matching symbol containing the same letter somewhere else on the same page. Like your circle. Okay. And your off-page reference, this symbol would contain a letter inside. It indicates the flow continue on matching symbol indicates the same letter somewhere else on your different page. These symbols are not most compulsory in your in your flow chart. Delay, okay. Identify a delay or a bot length, and this is the main symbol of your flow chart. Flow. The line represents the flow of the sequence and direction of a process. Means when you will draw the flow chart and in your flow chart you want to mention the flow of sequence. Also you want to mention the indication, sorry, direction of your process. So you will use this symbol like your arrow. So these are the all symbols, and these all symbols are useful when you will draw the flowchart. Maybe your one or two symbols are not necessary when you are drawing the flowchart, and the rest symbols are necessary when you are drawing the flowchart. Okay, and after that, I will discuss about when you will draw the flowchart. Okay, so when you will draw the flowchart, using a flowchart has a variety of benefits. As per I had told, when you will draw the flowchart, through the flowchart, you can identify the flow of your data. Okay. It helps to clarify complex process. Through the flowchart, if you have any complex process, so you can understand the complex process in your easy way. That's why I had told it helps to clarify complex process. And next is your it define steps that do not add value to the internal or external customer, including delay, needless storage, and transportation, unnecessary work duplication, and added the expense. And through the flowchart, your flowchart will help team members gain a shared understanding of the process and use the knowledge of your correct the data, identify problem, focus discussion, and your identify resources. And after discussed about the all symbols, what are the symbols of your flow chart, what is the flow chart, when you will draw the flow chart, what will happen, I will discuss about the some examples of your flowchart. Here I am taking the some examples of your flowchart. First of all, I am taking the flowchart of your medical service. You know, I think all are known about the medical service, and here I will draw the flowchart of your medical service. You know, when you will visit the hospital, so first of all, you know, you will enter your the hospital. After the enter, first of all, you will register itself. Okay, if you have not registered in your hospital, so your first step is your first of all, first you will register itself. And you know, after register itself, you will provide hospital will provide to your attender to your nurse. Okay, so means these are the all instructions when you will take the medical service. Okay, so here I am taking the example of your medical service, and I will draw the flow chart of medical service. You know, this is the hospital flow chart, and through this example, I will show how clinical cases shall be processed. Okay, this flow chart use decision shape intensively in representing your alternative flow. I am drawing the flow chart. Here I have drawn the flow chart, and you can understand about the flow chart through this medical service process. First of all, you will start. I had told in your flowchart symbols, ki start is your terminator. Okay, your all flowchart when you will draw the flowchart, so your flowchart will start from terminator symbol. Okay, the first of all you will start. After that, patient arrive. Okay, and after that, registered of patient. Okay, if your patient is registered, available nurse. Okay, and if your patient is no registered, so first of all your patient will be registered. Okay, and after registered patient, your nurse will be available. If your nurse will be available, yes, you will go record health condition. Okay, and available nurses are not available, to wait for the available nurse. Okay, record health condition, available doctor. If you are available, if your doctor is available, to assign patient to doctor. And your if a doctor is not available, you will wait for the doctor, means wait for available doctor. Assign patient to doctor. Need follow up is the condition. If condition is the yes, arrange the appointment. And if the condition is false, need the need the medical temperature, right? And if this condition is yes, give patient prescription. And if condition is false, patient leaves. Okay, and here start, not a start. Here you will write the end. Here you will write the end. And end is your the last terminator, last symbol. And through this end, you can identify your flowchart have to be designed. Okay, so this is the process. This is the flowchart of your medical service in your real life. When you will visit the hospital, when you want to take the clinical service, so always you will follow the instructions. Okay, first you will go to the clinic. After that, you will, if you have to already registered in this clinic, So your nurses will available, and if you are not registered in your clinical, first of all you will register. Okay, and if your nurse is available, so you will record health condition, and if a nurse is available, so you will wait for the available nurses. So means these are the all steps, these are the all sequence, and you will always follow this sequence when you will visit the any clinic, when you want to take the any medical service. This is the one flow chart of your medical service when you want to take the clinical service. Okay, and now I am taking the other flow chart of your simple algorithm. A flowchart can also be used in a visualizing algorithm regardless of its complexity. Here I am taking an example of your simple summation process. You can see in this slide, you can see. First of all, you will start. After that, here I have to draw the flowchart for some of the two number, and I had taken the two numbers. First number is your 529 and second number is your 256. Okay, so first of all you will start. After that you will read the two value, your first value and the second value. Okay, and after that you will calculate the two value, and after that your sum will be produced. Okay, and just you will print the sum, and after that your flowchart will be finished through the terminator. Okay, you know, when you will write the algorithm for this problem, so just you will write the instructions. Your instruction, first of all you will start. After that you will read the two value from the user, and after that you will apply the operation a plus b, means you will add the two value and assign to a third variable, and your third variable's value will be print. Okay, so that's why I had told you will just write the all instructions which you will write in your algorithm step by step. So your flowchart is the only graphical representation of your sequentially steps. Okay, and here I had taken one more example of your flowchart. Calculate profit and your loss. Okay, you know the flowchart example below. So how profit and loss can we calculate? You know about the how to draw the profit, and how to calculate your the loss. And here I am describing, I am drawing the flowchart of your calculate profit and your loss. You can see, first of all you will start. After that you will read the income, and you read the cost, and you will make the decision. Income equal to cost. Okay, if your income is equal to the cost, so you will calculate the profit. Okay, and if this condition is not true, calculate loss, means cost minus income. Okay, and if your condition will true, you will subtract the cost from the income, and if your condition is false, you will subtract the income from the cost. Okay, and as per I had told, if your condition is the true, so your cost will be subtract from the income, and after that you will print the benefit, and you will print the profit. And if your income is not equal to the cost, so you will calculate the loss, means you will subtract the income from the cost, and you will print the loss. So this is the flow chart for of calculating the profit and your loss. And when, if you will write the algorithm for this problem, so just you will start, and after that you will take the income, after that you will take the cost. And if your income is greater than your cost, obviously you will gain the profit. And how to calculate the profit? Obviously your cost will subtract from your income, and if your income is not greater than from your cost, listen carefully, if your income is not greater than from your cost, so obviously you will gain the loss. And how to calculate your loss? Your loss will calculate your income will subtract from your the cost. You know, when you will perform the of this operation, income will subtract from the cost, so you will gain the loss. Okay, you will produce the loss. Okay, this is the flow chart for your calculating the profit and your loss. Again, I am saying your flowchart is the only graphically representation of your step, which you will write in your algorithm in your sequentially order, in your sequentially fashion. And after taken the examples, after discussed about what is the flow chart, what are the symbols of your flow chart, if you will draw the flow chart, what will happen, and if you don't draw the flow chart, so what will happen? After covered these topics, I will discuss about the some questions. And after studied this lecture, student will able to give the answer of following questions as per I had mentioned. First question is your the symbol denotes. Okay, here I had not mentioned the symbol, right? Your symbol is your arrow. Okay, so your arrow will the indication of your flow. Okay, and here I had given the four answers. First is your input output, flow, terminal, or decision. Means your arrow will indicate the input and output. Your arrow will indicate the flow. Your arrow will indicate the terminal. Your arrow will indicate the decision. Okay, so in this lecture, I had already discussed about the flow symbol. So your arrow will use for the flow of data. In your computers, and your second question is that in your computer science, algorithm refer to a pictorial representation of a flow chart. Okay, you know about the algorithm, and you know also about the flow chart. Algorithm is just write the instructions step by step, and your flowchart is the graphical representation of your steps, of your sequentially step. So here in this question, in your computer science, algorithm refer to a pictorial representation of a flowchart. So this statement is wrong, because your flowchart refer to a pictorial representation, and here I had mentioned in this question, algorithm refer to a pictorial representation of a flowchart. So your the statement is wrong, means your the statement is false. That's why your answer will be B. And the another question is that the process of drawing a flowchart for an algorithm is called. Okay, so when you will draw the flowchart, the process of drawing a flowchart for an algorithm is called the flowcharting, not a performance, not a evaluation, not a algorithmic representation. That is your flowcharting. So after completed this lecture, student will able to give the answer of this question. That is, your process of drawing a flow chart for an algorithm is called the flow charting. Means your answer will be D. Another question is that actual instructions in flow charting are representing in, and here is four options are there: circles, boxes, arrow, and lines. You know, when I had discussed about the flow chart, so your all instructions you will write in your boxes, not a circle, not a arrow, not a lines. Always you will write the all instructions in your boxes. So here your answer is the B, that is your boxes. Your actual represent instructions in flowcharting are represented in your boxes. Another question is that the following box denote. Here I had mentioned a box, that is your diamond. Okay, in this question, your question is that your box, what is the means the what is the purpose for your box? This is your decision. Okay, the box denote decision, initiation, initialization, and input output. I had already discussed about when you want to mention the decision, when you want to take the decision, always your decision will mention in your diamond shape. Okay, a box that can represent two different conditions: rectangle, diamond, circle, and your parallelogram. Okay, so different conditions, always your condition you will mention in the diamond shape. Okay, and here your four options are there: rectangular, diamond, circle, and your parallelogram. So always your condition will represent in your diamond shape. Okay, there should be a certain set standards on the amount of detail that should be provided in your flow chart. Okay, obviously your answer will be false, that is your B. A detailed flowchart is called stack, macro, micro, and union. So the detailed flowchart is called the micro. Your answer will be C. Another question is that which is the following is not a advantage of your flowchart: better communication, efficient coding, systematic testing, and improper documentation. Okay, obviously is not an advantage of your flowchart is your improper documentation. Better communication is the advantage of your flowchart. If through the flowchart you can write the efficient code, so efficient coding is the main advantage of your flowchart. Systematic testing, this is also advantage of your flowchart, and your improper documentation is the disadvantage of your flowchart. That's why your answer will be D. And a flowchart that outline the main segments of a program: queue, macro, micro, and your union. So the flowchart that outline the main segment of a program is that macro. So your answer will be B. I hope you have understood about the flowchart, about the flowchart symbols, how to draw the flowcharts.